Hi, everybody. How are you? Welcome to Be Awesome Together. And hopefully this time we're on everything. Miss Cos, I've still got you in the chat on the screen if you want to stay, or if you don't, do your thing. Earth Station Boo, hello. Nice to see you. Notice the first thing that we can tell that's changed is I have a new chair. So I no longer look like I have devil horns coming out of me. Instead, I have a lightsaber. It's good to read your text. Yes, ma'am. I'm waiting to see what Kaz says. Anyway, glad to see all of you. Kaz is over on my left. I'm not sure if she's going to stay or not. I'm waiting for her to decide. But welcome. It's so good to see everybody. It's so good to be back. It's been a tumultuous couple of weeks trying to get everything done. And then we had some family obligations. And it's just been crazy, as in all of our lives. But the summer has begun, and DragonCon is on its way. And matter of fact, for the rest of this, we're going to be focusing on DragonCon for the next couple of weeks, trying to get some people in. So if anybody who's going to Dragon wants to drop in, that would be awesome. And I would love that. Shh. So I'm gonna talk for a few minutes and then see what happens, and I'm gonna show you some pictures of the office because it is completely transformed. And I have to say that my husband is wonderful. He worked so hard for me, helping me hang stuff and helping me with the closet. My shelf is in, so a new shelf era is in, and we have storage and so much. I've got a little bit of things still left to do, and I've got to get rid of some stuff, but we are about 90% done. So I also have new lighting, as you probably can tell. So I bought some Govee lights during the Prime days, and I have them all over the room now, and I really like them. Also got this new chair. So if you've ever seen the plus size big and tall chair that has the cat arms, you can lay these down for your cat to sit on. I did that for mine, and she ran. It's not a good look. But she has sat in the chair, and I actually do have a picture of her doing that. But I just want to say that one of the things about doing this was that it took so much longer than we thought. Not only just getting to the point where we could do it, where we had blocks of time, but then every time we did something, there was like another roadblock, and it took longer than we thought. And it just has been a trial and error. And I think if I'm reading correctly, I'm on Twitch, I'm on YouTube, I'm hoping we're on Facebook, but at least we got those going. So I'm really happy about that. No, we're on Twitch because Boo is here with us. And so let's be awesome together. I would do Charles's stick, but I'm not a screamer. So welcome to Be Awesome Together. I'm Tyra Burton, and we're going to have some fun. So first thing I'm going to do is say I want to thank Kaz for sticking with me throughout all of this and my crazy and my struggle to get this office and the shelf all put together. And so Kaz, I know you're there, so thank you. So Kaz, I'm going to take you off stream. If you want to come back, drop me a note in the private chat. So anyway, welcome. Now you can see more of the office. So what I did was, you know, those horrible bifold closet doors? That's what used to be there. I suck at this pointing thing on camera. And I had a chair in it, which is over here now. You're going to see a picture of it. And we pulled it out and we put those bookcases and a cabinet in there. My husband built me some boxes, is what I call them. Because you know that dead space on each side of a closet that you can't get to really well? Well, let's see. Nope, let me point. So right there, you're going to see some flowers. And that is actually one of the boxes. He built me two. And they are going to hold my fabric. And I have to get back into quilting now because I found so much fabric when we did this. Let's see. I thought I put do not disturb, but obviously I did not. And yes, I agree. Cause is awesome. So doing this, there were a lot of things in my closet I couldn't get to for a long time. And a lot of it was very nostalgic. And I lost both of my parents since Shane and I have been married. And a lot of it was their stuff and unfinished projects and all that stuff that goes with being ADHD. And I found a lot of my old writing And it was glorious to find it, but it also made me sad because I'm like, I should have been doing this. I need to write, and I do. And that is actually going to be one of the things that we're going to talk about here as we rock along. But so it was a lot. It was a lot emotionally, it was a lot physically, and time wise, it just took forever because everything, we never had a place where I could just empty everything, move it. I had to shuffle things around. And I think that's sometimes how life is we can't get a clean slate. So we have to shuffle and we have to work within confines that we have. And so that really was a part of this office, was trying to get everything where it needed to be. And we moved almost every piece of furniture in here except for my cube wall. And to do that and find places to put the stuff that we were moving was astronomical. So anyway, if you guys don't mind, I'd like to show you some of my office. I took some pictures earlier today, and I'm just going to bring those up. So give me just a minute. Hopefully it's not going to make me quit to do that. That would really suck. So hang on just a minute. There we go. I can't tell you how happy I am. So this is the closet that you've known about. And up there is Mr. Shelf. And you'll notice wire shelf is gone. It's actually going to have a second life in my husband's workshop. But this is the shelf that we have waited for. And my husband put it in. And you can see that there's stuff up there already. I've already filled it up with all the stuff that was up there before. But now it's all nice and organized. And this is one of, so this cabinet I had in the middle, it was already in my possession, but the two on the sides I actually bought at IKEA. And if you can see the flowers, that's actually a wallpapered box. By the way, I love stick wallpaper. And there's shelving going up both sides that has my yarn, my fabric, my writing. It's just amazing to finally be able to have my stuff and to display it and to have nods to my parents and obviously the Queen of England, because she's right there. And at 10, my friends brought me home. But all the things that are important to me. And actually at the very top is my dad's construction hat. My dad worked at Georgia Power Company, or is now Southern Company is what it's called. And he worked there for a very, very long time and retired from there as a vice president of construction. And so I have one of his construction hats, and on top of it is one of my mom's Red Hat Club hats. So going through all of this was really like a trip down memory lane over and over and over again. And it really showed me that, yeah, I do have ADHD. Because I have a lot of projects that I have not finished, but we're going to work on that. I'm going to get back into quilting because, again, I found so much fabric, it's not even funny. So that is, I'll show you a little bit higher up. That's the lovely shelf that started the shelf watch. The rest of my shelf watch is pretty good, I have to say. I think the biggest thing right now is we not only did we do this, we also transformed our den, our living room, our bedroom at the same time. Hi, Devo. It's so good to see you. Look, Devo, it's a shelf. You don't have to come over and interfere with my husband's DIY. I have a shelf. I have shelves on the sides. I have boxes. I know it's a shelf. So, as Devo said. But the one thing I think I will always remember about Shelf Watch is that, and we're going to keep Shelf Watch, is that it really became about something more than just this particular shelf. It became about the things that we carry with us, what's on our shelves emotionally, what's on our shelves physically, work-wise, mental-wise, spiritual, all of those things. And I love that. I love that the fact that I do have a beautiful new shelf now, and it's organized, and maybe the rest of the stuff I can get back together again. So Devo, these are boxes that Shane built as well, the things that have flowers on them. And all it is a wood box that we slid in there. It has a lid that I simply lift up, and it hides the things like the bedding for my chair and a half. So one of the things that started a long time ago was this chair and a half. I refer to it as my sofa. Hang on, let me get to it. I refer to it as my sofa. It's really not. It's really a chair and a half. So that's the chair. You can see part of it. I also hung up some more paintings. Remember the beautiful white daisies that were behind me, they're now over on the side. I've got my fan a little further off. But we pulled this out and it has made all the difference in the world. And there you can kind of see a little bit more me and Felicia Day. I got that photo signed on the day I met my husband, by the way. But I ended up putting together that Govee light. I put in strip lights on both sides of my windows, which is why it's gotten better. Yes, we all have our own shelf work to do. It's true. And it's ongoing forever and ever. But it definitely has been a trip, I have to say. But and it's helped me kind of do some of my own shelf work as well, and really continue that process of healing with my parents. I was so close to my mom and dad, and one day, probably around their birthdays, I'll talk about them some more. But it really, their love for me was so amazing, and losing them was so hard. And I've hung on to a lot of things that it's time to let go of, but I still have over, you can't quite see it, it's behind Leia's butt in this picture. There's a little organizer thing that actually has a sweater my mom made me, that she said that when she was gone, I could put it on and always feel her arms around me. And so now it's in a place where I know exactly where it is. This Geek Girl, I love you so much. I'm so excited. I'll show you guys my desk in just a second. It's really, really making me so happy to be here. Let me see. Let me find my preview page. First off, this is Princess Leia. So those big arms on each side of her fold all the way down, and you can actually have her lay on them if she would cooperate, but she won't. Devo, I think your wife and my husband share, because he corrects me about this being a chair. I call it a sofa wannabe, is what I call it. But this is actually the chair that you're seeing on the screen right now. And I wish she would lay on the sides while I'm here, but that's my pipe dream. Maybe one day my pipe dream will come true. So we'll see. Let's see. So this is my mom and dad. You can see them in this picture, and this is to the right of the chair. And there's going to be some artwork that goes up there. I just haven't picked it out yet, because when we emptied the closet, oh my God, we found more artwork, which is frightening because you can already see how much artwork I have. So I've got Dragon Con artwork that's got to go someplace. Let me see. I have one there. So this was already there. These are my cubes, and I love my cubes. They were put together by a friend of mine, and it just really helped me organize. So you can't see, but in all those bins, there's yarn and fabric. I'm going to crochet the entire Dragon Con. Can I just tell you that? And just mementos that make me happy. I'm not a shoe girl because I have fat feet. I don't know if anybody else has fat feet, but I have fat feet. So I've never been a shoe girl until my husband bought me some Timberlands, and that changed my life. But we'll talk about Timberlands later. So I actually have a place now where I can put my bag collection, and I'm so excited. And Devo, can I just tell you that it looking cozy is really what I wanted. I wanted something that was cozy and just felt like me and solved my lighting problems and my space problems. And it was the perfect thing. So I just love that because, you know, I'm writing a cozy fantasy right now, and I'm all about the cozy in all my walks of life. So let's see, where is... I thought I had a picture of my desk, but I don't know that I do. That's Leia stretching. That's the closet. There she is again, cutie that she is. Used a flash so you could actually see everything. Gave me a place to display my Barbies, because I love a good Barbie, especially if she has pink hair. It makes me happy. And yeah, I think that was as good as I got with my desk. But this chair is new, and it is fabulous, and I have Rex on Amazon for it. So I'm going to actually set up where a lot of this stuff came from. And then I got to finally put all my Funkos in one place. And eventually this is going to have a lot of my badges on it too. So anyway, that is the shelf watch. Let me see if I can do that. I've got to figure out how to stop sharing. There we go. Here I am back. Thank you so much. I've learned how to use a tape measure. Today, I used a level and a hammer. I did. I'm very proud of myself. The lights on each side of my desk, the Govee strip lights that you could see as a lightsaber right above my head. But I put those together and put them up. I used a level and pencils, and I feel so proud of myself because these are all things that I don't normally do. So for me to pick up a hanger and start hanging in stuff is a big deal. And I've tried to keep things that are important to me where I can see them one way or another. So over on the left-hand side is actually a gigantic cross stitch that my mom did for me. And it really means a lot. It's like I have the little corner, which is kind of a shrine to my parents so that I can remember them. And this geek girl said, this makes me want to go organize my office closet. Okay, so prepare yourself. Because there were things in that closet I didn't know were in the closet. Like I found my grandmother, she was born in 1902, and she wrote poetry. And she's a prolific poet. And one of these days, probably when I retire, I'm going to publish her poetry. And I have a lot of her notebooks. They were in that closet. I found so much Japanese fabric. There's going to be Japanese quilts. I got to find somebody who likes to do the actual quilting part. I like to do the cut the fabric up and put it back together part. That's my favorite thing. But I've been trying to do this since last year, like probably September, maybe last summer. I forget when it all started. It's been so long. But it was just thing after thing. And we have somebody who comes and stays with us twice a year. He actually he's coming 3 times this year. And because I had to keep the guest room clean, so some of that stuff came in here, and it was just a matter of how do I make this all work? Earth Station Boo, I love you. I'm not a rock star. I'm so far behind. Like I've got to get this show booked and the socials back up and running on a constant basis, which is one of my things, is to try to consistently do that. I've got to get the digital media tracks social up and running. I've got some stuff I need to kind of go back and rework that we were creating templates, and we wanted a slightly different look than what I started with. So that's next on my list. I'm teaching 4 classes this summer. That was stupid, but financially awesome. So 2 of them I had to reconstruct completely. The other one, I'm teaching a live streaming class. So I'm so glad you all are here because this makes me be able to say to my students, yeah, I live stream. Come join me. And they're all creating live streams. And I've had some great people, Bella Rose, Channing Sherman, and Charles McFall all came to my class and spoke to my students online because it's an online synchronous class. So it's been a crazy busy summer. We also got a new stove. That was awesome. Got my husband the Paul Bunyan recliner, which is what I refer to it as. I'll have to show you guys a picture, but it's amazing and it fits his 6'4" self, and he loves it. It's been the best thing ever, but it caused us to tear up our downstairs, which I'm still putting back together. So I'm still working at it, but we're getting there. So I hope it has the cozy vibe that I was going for. And I just wanted it to be a reflection of me. Oh, Diva's going to have to go clean the pool. Yes, I'm going to this is going to be the first one. We're going to call this season 2, I think is what we're going to start calling this. But yeah, this will be up probably on Thursday is when I'll put it up on all the channels and get it out on our podcasting thing and really take that relaunch into effect. So some things I'd love to know from you guys is what kind of topics you would like to hear, what you want to, if you want to come on and talk with me, I'd love that. I'd also love to have some Dragon Con people on because, hey, it's coming and I love Dragon Con and I miss doing the behind the scenes or behind the track podcasts that we used to do for digital media. Matter of fact, I may even book some over there. You know, I have password, so beware. I just won't tell them. I will just do it. So yeah, there's a lot on my shelf. And one of the things, I'm not a minimalist, as you probably have learned. I know there are people that are, and bless them. I love them. My sister's partner was a minimalist. We are not minimalist. And everything that's in here, I can look at, and there's a memory attached to it. And I've literally picked up everything and gone through it and said, okay, do I still want this? Do I still need it? So that Marie Kondo, what is her name? That Japanese lady that wants us to throw everything out. I can't remember. Marie, it's going to come to me. Probably not as soon as I need it to. But I do think that sometimes you need to go through everything and touch it. So the Geek Girl, when you go through your office closet, get prepared. Like, I had no idea how many notebooks I had. So if you need a notebook and you live in the Atlanta area, I gotcha. I got Post-it notes too. Like tons and tons of Post-it notes. In varying colors, including black. I don't have a silver Sharpie to write on it, but I have all types now. I found pictures from when I was a kid. I found my first trip to London. Pictures from when I was like 15. I think that was how old I was. It was my first trip overseas. It was with my gifted students teacher. And it was about 8 of us from our high school. And then the rest were all old people from Augusta, Georgia. No, not Augusta. I can't remember. It's South Georgia, not Horsetown or Masterstown. And so it was like just, we had a nun and we were thankful because she prayed when we ran around corners. Hi. Hi, Groove is for life. Good to see you. No, we have our own streaming channel now. We no longer go on the digital media track, though I may go over there as the digital media track and do some pre-Dragon Con programming because we need some. We've got to get this hyped. I'm ready to go. And Groove, our good friend Scott, is seeing my lights for the first time. I'm very happy with them. And I can't wait to show you the rest of the office next time you come over because it is my favorite. I am super, super happy. I even reorganized my desk. So I moved the monitor, which is why you're seeing the hallway. I have a screen to cover that up, or I could close the door. And then I would have a dog barking to get in. So he's asleep over there. Being a good boy. So that's how we're going to go. Thank you so much. I'm so excited about it. I will show you pictures later. Everybody's going to get to see pictures again and again because I am just too excited. Can I just say that? But so for BAT coming up, we're going to start programming. So again, if you want to be on, I'd love to know what topics you want to talk about. I do want to say that Scott is who I learned about the Govee strip lights from, and I love them. They were easy to set up. They were easy to install. I'm not sure how easy they're going to be to get off the wall, but it looks like they work very similar to the 3M contact things, and those are great. I hang pictures with those all the time. But they were easy to do. I used a level to make sure they were straight and super happy. I got a floor lamp, which is over here, which I'm going to keep moving places until I decide where to go. But the best thing is I do not have glare on my glasses. And that's beautiful because I've been working for that so much. I just interviewed somebody for school and I love her. She's my bestie. But the entire time I could see the computer in her glasses and I just wanted to fix it and I couldn't. But it's okay. You could see the computer in her glasses and my hair was a hot mess and I didn't know it while we were filming. So good times. But, so I can totally suggest those. The light stand is also wonderful. My favorite thing is still my ring light that I got from Amazon that is actually not a ring light. It's a torch light, but it does both and has different mood settings. So I'm going to put links for all this in the show notes for today. We usually put those over on Patreon, which I think we still have access to, but I just found out that I needed to click on a box and I may not have clicked on the box. So we'll go see. So just checking over on the lovely, I can't even remember what this is. That is called Discord. And we do have a Discord. If you're not part of our Discord, we'd love for you to join. You can get all of that over at our Linktree, which is just Linktree/beawesometogether. And let's see if I actually have that someplace. There it is. And very soon we're going to have a website as well. So if anybody has used the website builder called Card, it's for single page websites. That's what I'm thinking of using for Be Awesome Together and a couple of other websites that I own. So if you have any experience with that, let me know, because I really am interested in doing that. And because it would help me a lot. I've got a bunch of different websites that I really only need a landing page for. And I think that may be my answer. So I'll let you know how that goes. I've been using Claude lately because my school really wants me to. So I am. And well, not Claude. They just want me to learn AI more. And I really do like it. It's given me some good things. It's done some decent research for me. Again, it lies just like all of them. So don't forget that when you use the AI. Claude is definitely a vibe. I will tell you, I've used almost all of them. I use Google Gemini, ChatGPT, Copilot, Claude, the big ones. And I like Claude. If I have to choose, I'm going to choose that one. I don't do any arty things on there, but I do use it a lot of times for research. Like I just had to update slides in my social media class, and I needed it to go find stuff for me. And it found some great facts and figures and gave me links to where it got it so I could double check them. But it really did help. Now, every time I have it put together a PowerPoint, it looks like crap. So I don't. But I can tell you, when I see something, I go, oh, Claude created that. And I tell my students, and they think I'm magic, which is why I have a witch's hat over there. So I've been working on it. I'm actually taking a class through the university system because, credentials are always good. And I don't even know where I was going with that. That's how confused I am right now. So I've been working with Claude, working on Threads. Threads is really kind of taken off. It almost has the same audience as X right now. I still would love to get more on Blue Sky, but I just haven't found my peeps there yet, except for my digital media peeps. We have a great digital media list that is Bobby Blackwolf put it together, and I'm not sure where it is, but I'll see if I can find it and link it. I think there is a cat trying to climb my chair. Excuse me, ma'am. By the way, this chair is cat scratch proof. We're going to find out sooner than I wanted to. So, but I have the attention span of a flea tonight, everybody. I had a cup of coffee. It was a very long time ago. So the cat that you're seeing, that's Gigi. She's our tortoiseshell. She might eventually sit on this arm. She is much more cuddly than Leia. Leia's got attitude, sort of like her mommy. But so I've been working on Threads and trying to get a better feel for it. I'm going to learn how to do some more video editing, looking for some people who really know that. I've got a lot of students asking for video editing tips, and that is not my jam. So if anybody knows anybody, let me know, because I'd love to chat with them, because that is not my thing. I can do some audio editing. I'm by no means like Devo or Groove, but I can at least attempt that. I can do some basic edits on videos, but they really want some more skills, and I need to try to figure that out. And I'm trying to dive more into Discord. Or Station Boo, I know you have one of your own, and I'm on there. I think I've somehow got to get through the age restriction. I haven't figured that out, but I have to get through the age restriction. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But that's one of the things that I've been doing a lot of reading on, is that places like Discord are where people are going to kind of connect with people, along with Patreon. But I'm really looking forward to diving more into Discord. Oh, I tell you, Earth Station Boo always has a friend. So ignore me while I really quickly take a picture of that so that I can remember later. There we go. But thank you. I will go talk to Drake the Snake because I need help. Always trying to help students, but I also need to learn how to do video, because I'm sure y'all are sick of mine when I do them for Dragon Con. And Discord is fun. I do get overwhelmed. Does anybody get overwhelmed by Discord? Because I certainly do. I'm in so many channels, and I need to figure out how to move them around and how to turn on notifications for some and turn off notifications for others. Not good at that. Right now, if you looked at my phone, my husband would start twitching. And not just because I'm on Twitch, but I have 77 Discord messages. So I got to figure that out. But I will eventually, and it will all be okay. But I really am wanting to learn more on the digital media track. Joe has done some really cool things with Quasar, I think is what he calls it. But he's created some routines with AI that will like pop out your schedule and other things, which is great. Ooh. So this Geek Goo, I do. What do you do? Confuse me, because I'm very good at that. Do you have a channel too and I'm not on it? Because that would make me sad. Use Movavi. I haven't used that one. Movavi. I haven't used CapCut, which I know is what a lot of people use. I've used Edits, iMovie, and Canva has actually been my go-to. How many of us get lost on Discord? Me. I get lost on Discord. It's like a stream. Like I go down it and I want to get the number of unread messages to 0. But when you have 77 and they're spread across a bunch of channels and you're like, what do I do? So I'm figuring that out. I don't have an answer. I don't even remember how to like mute channels when I don't need notifications for them. So I think people who understand Discord are awesome. And thankfully, somebody else set up the Discord for Be Awesome Together. And matter of fact, I need to get him to sign it over to me. DaVinci has a bunch of tutorial videos and projects. I've heard of DaVinci, so I know that that's one that I should be looking into. If you can't do Canva, you should be able to do CapCut. Absolutely. So what I use a lot of times are still photos and use some of the Canva templates to turn it into videos. Edits has those as well. I think CapCut does. Can I be honest? Is this a safe space? I'm an old girl and I like doing things on my desktop or laptop. So that's my big thing. I think DaVinci is actually on a desktop, so it might be a good answer. I know CapCut is on phone. I'm not sure that it's actually on a desktop, and I don't think Edits is on a desktop. So we'll see. I'm also going to be getting the the Apple Creative Suite later this fall. They've got a pricing for educators, so I'm excited about that. So I'll have access to Final Cut and their souped up audio program that's not GarageBand, which is what I've been using. I can't remember what it's called, but I'll have access to that. DaVinci Resolve is a desktop laptop app. Yay! That makes my heart happy because I need that. And they have a bunch of tutorial videos and projects, Groove says. So guess what I'm going to be doing? Thinking of looking at tutorials and such. Does anybody use Notion? Groove just wants me to save the money and him teach me Reaper. I might cry. Can we say that? Is that okay? OBS makes me want to cry. And I've got to figure that out. Either that or I'm going to have to get a subscription to this probably by the end of the year. I think that's when Charles's subscription runs out. By the way, this stream is sponsored by Charles McFall because he is so sweet and he's letting me still use his Streamlabs, which we can't decide if we like or we hate. It depends on the time of day, to be honest with you. But today I did manage to get on Twitch and YouTube, so I'm fairly proud of myself. It appears that the Facebook stream did not happen, but we're trying. We'll see what happens next. Let's see. I'm going to catch up. Oh, Bella Rose, it's so good to see you. Thank you so much. My class is still talking about you. Let's see. I'm going to catch up on what everybody's saying. We said that we should learn how to read and do this, but I'm not good at that. It's true. Earth Station Boo was saying that everybody's Discord is set up differently and it can be hard to figure out the settings 100%. So it's crazy. And I'm on a lot of them for different reasons. Like I'm on, let's just admit it, several Taylor Swift streams because if we can't get the football game when the Chiefs play and it's not being broadcasted, the Swifties know all about streaming illegally. and that's where we go. So I have to keep them, but I need to figure out when to turn them off. Ooh, Bella Rose says, hi, I'm late, but I'm here. Bella Rose, it's so sweet to see you. Thank you again so much for coming to my class. Oh, and Groove is going to help me out here, a YouTuber that teaches a lot of Notion. I would love that because there's actually a whole Notion writers community that's using that. I've been using Scrivener, but there's parts, if you're a writer, if you've used Scrivener, you can make you want to scream every now and then. So my books right now are in Scrivener, but I'm trying to figure out where I want to go next. And Earth Station Boo says, Notion doesn't work with my brain, but I know a ton of people who love it. Yeah, I've had a bunch of students. So when I teach my advanced class, yes, you did. And I thank you. And I'm passed them on to my students. So I appreciate you so much. She sent me a list of OBS YouTube videos that I have to do. But the Office came first. OBS is next. And then there's Reaper. I'm just going to stack them up on those skills Tyra is going to learn sometime this year. I should make a list. So OBS, Reaper, my Sanity. I probably should go to counseling for all of that. And then Notion and DaVinci. So that's my list so far. I don't know if Notion is going to work with my brain or not. So the students they have to learn how to project management in my advanced class because I think that's important. And you can use project management skills to manage your own life or your ADHD, which is what I try to do. I use Asana, which is what I've used for years with the digital media track. I've also used Trello. I like Asana better, but a lot of my students use Notion. And so I know it's something that I need to at least get rudimentary knowledge of. So that's why I'm kind of looking to see if it could work for me and just so I could answer those questions. I will, and they actually submitted their videos today, I think. So I'm going to go take a look and I'm going to pass some of them along your way. If anybody wants to give feedback to about 90 seconds worth of a promo video for a live stream, let me know because I'd love for my students to have more outside feedback than just me. So, El Bella Rose. So that's one of the things I think I need to do. I need to figure out a schedule for like when to check Discord. Maybe that would help me not want to scream every time I open it. Thank you, Groove, for sending me the links for the Notion tutorials. By the way, I'm going to have the best show notes of all. After this, I'm going to have links for all the new stuff that I just love. And Station Boo, you're always awesome. And we know that. So there. But yeah, so I'll have links for that. We'll see how my progression passes as I keep learning. I am going to be setting up Asana. I'm not going to try to use Notion for the digital media track so I can get our socials online. So if you're going to be at DragonCon and you want to be featured, I'm here. I need to do that. And I am going to share with you the one crazy purchase I made during Amazon Prime Days. I have a headphone set purse. They went on sale for an incredible amount off. And I'm an Apple girl through and through. And I have wanted one for a very long time. And they are freaking amazing. I do think that I feel very Barbie-ish with my little headphone purse, but they went on super sale and they even put Apple Care on super sale. So this was my present to myself for actually doing this office and surviving it. So you'll get to see them on my head hopefully next time. I want to make sure that I don't get a double mic, which is what I think was happening with another set I have. It was making it go into two microphones. It was crazy. But I did some research and I've been a Bose girl for a very long time. And we had some issues with Bose on a personal service level when my husband's headphones broke. So then we moved to Beats, and I like the Beats that I got, again, on sale, very, very on sale. But the sound wasn't exactly what I want. These appear to have a better sound, but I'll let you know. Oh, thanks, Bella Rose. Yours is so beautiful. And it also has this kind of cozy vibe too, which is what I was going for. I had no idea, like these Govee things, like the number of scenes. Like I I'm looking at this trying to decide on, like what color do I want? What motion do I want? And I'm pulling it up. I'm pulling it up right now. And there's like, let me turn up there. There we go. So many. I know that all of you have them and I had no idea. So just trying to figure out which one I like. I could just sit in here for hours playing with lights, which is what I will probably do. The one place that does not have lights, that needs lights, is the closet. So we're going to put up some today, and then we're going to put some pucks on the ceiling. And hopefully we'll be able to illuminate it, not necessarily for live shows, but so that I can see the stuff that I put in there. So that's the biggest thing. I will say that lighting solutions have come so far in terms of like the color lights here, the torch light that I have that's actually a ring light. But we also use a lot of USB rechargeable lights, and amazing. Like I have two that look like lightsabers, and they're going to go into the closet to help illuminate it. And then we're also using rechargeables to go on the ceiling. And you couldn't do that years ago. They would run on batteries. The batteries would run out in no time. So I'm excited about that. But I will say there's a lot of IKEA furniture in here. But I'm looking forward to, I'm also hopefully getting a mic stand so I can actually broadcast from my sofa. And I'm excited about that. And do I have any World of Warcraft players in the house? Old school, new school? I've been playing WoW since original. So like my first full launch was the second one, which just Cataclysm just left my brain. But that was my first full launch, but I played old school WoW when it was out. And I love WoW, and I'm getting back into it. And my best guy friend, Brian Flatley, he is retired now, and he's still playing WoW. And our first show was called Leveling Azeroth, playing in the World of Warcraft. And I'm going to see if he'll do some Twitch streams with me, because I think it would just be fun. I have never Twitch streamed an actual game, believe it or not. I've always done this sort of stuff. So I'm kind of excited to do that, even if it's just me. So you're probably going to see some Twitch streams on here from every now and then of me playing WoW. I have problems with motion sickness, so there's a lot of games I can't play, but I can play WoW. And I absolutely agree that IKEA has some gems, 100%. The cubes are IKEA. Actually, everything in that closet is IKEA. The sofa is not. It's Rooms to Go, because we also love Rooms to Go. But I love IKEA. There's so many ideas that I have gotten from there. We actually, on our trip up to Raleigh to see Mike and Judy Faber, we went up there to see them, and we ended up going back to see them and getting a chair, a sofa, and a stove. Long story. But on our way there to pick up the sofa, didn't know we were going to be buying a sofa, but a recliner and a stove. We actually stopped at the Charlotte IKEA, which is great. By the way, if you're ever on your way to through Charlotte, it's right off the interstate. And we dropped in, we walked the whole thing, we stretched our legs, we had lunch on the cheap, because IKEA food is pretty good. And we got some really cool ideas. We actually ended up coming home with a chest of drawers for my husband that solved some problems. Looks amazing. And I will tell you, one of the tricks to making your IKEA furniture look more upscale is change the knobs. We do that all the time. Matter of fact, I'm getting ready to change the knobs on the cabinet that you can see behind me. So yes, the Fabers are lovely. I love them so much. Matter of fact, I got to scream at Judy later today. Mike is a goat in terms of podcasting. He's been doing it forever. He does Earth Station Who. ESO Network is really his brainchild in many ways. And he produces a bunch of podcasts as well. And they are just lovely friends. We miss them so much. We understand why they moved to Raleigh, but we miss them. And we now have two pieces of furniture the same, because we sat in my husband sat in Mike's recliner in his den. It was love at first layback. And so then we had to go hunt that down. And that is a story. Oh my God. Anyway, the cheapest one was in Raleigh, so we rented a U-Haul when we got up there and brought it home. And while we were there, there was a sofa. Now, when you're 5'4" and your husband is 6'4", no sofas fit. By the way, they either fit him or they fit me, but the two don't usually happen at the same time. And we found a sofa that was over half off that fit us both beautifully. It was not the color that we ever like. We would never have sat on the sofa because of the color, but now we're in love with the color. And it totally changed our bedroom. Our bedroom is so sexy now. I'll bring a picture next time to show you guys. I am really super happy with it. And then we got the Faber's old stove, which was their new stove that didn't work for them because of Judy being even shorter than me. So it's been crazy here. Did I mention that? And my husband's been putting together lots of IKEA stuff. So Bella Rose tells me that a lot of games have settings to adjust for motion sickness. I didn't know. So you'll have to give me some ones that you really love that won't make me motion sickness. Like there have been times in WoW where I had to get Brian to log into my account to actually play that part of the game for me because I would puke, like completely puke. And I've got a problem with the flying because they updated the flying to this crazy stuff that I can't do, where it's more free flowing, whereas I've always key flown. And do not like, makes me want to puke, and I crash a lot in not healthy areas. And I'm a holy priest. And so I can live for a very long time. I just can't kill anything. So that is a problem. And I keep complaining to the World of Warcraft about it. And so hopefully they'll fix it. But for right now, it doesn't matter because I can't fly anyway. Turn the motion blur off and lower graphics. Okay, I will try that 100%. It's just, and the funny thing is I don't get car sick, but I tried to play Tomb Raider once. That was not pretty. I can play Diablo. I cannot play it on the TV set, which is a problem because now it's PC only instead of Mac PC, and I always played it on my Mac. Oh my gosh, I love Diablo. Funny enough, we started this off kind of talking about memories and remembering people and my parents. My mom loved angels. Like she collected them. I have so many of them. And I've given so many of them away because in that touching it, do I really want to keep this one? So there's certain ones that I absolutely kept. And there's others that I've gone on to be other people's angels that were from her. But when she passed away, I hurt. And I mean, there's really no other way to put it. And I played Diablo because it had devils and angels in it, or cast off angels. And it really helped me heal. And I do find that gaming is something that throughout my life has always been a way for me to heal and to process. And so while we've been doing this office, I've been playing a lot of like my brain mind games and some match games and some easy things that are not difficult to play, but they let me have time for my brain to settle and to also start processing. And I haven't played WoW a lot in the last few years, and I miss it because it really helped me do that. So I'm really hoping to get more into gaming and more game streaming along the way at some point. Bella Rose says she can't watch IMAX movies or play games because of motion sickness. I can do IMAX. I have to be careful about where I sit. So I can't sit too close, and I need to sit more in the center. So a lot of times we'll try to get that front row because my husband's legs are long and try to sit there. So I can do IMAX. I do have to close my eyes if it gets really topsy-turvy. So if it's like a spacecraft race, I might be looking someplace else. But again, I never have had car sickness. So I know they're not the same thing. I do get, has anybody ever been on a treadmill and then are sick when they get off? Like I'm fine when I'm on there, but when I get off, I'm like, oh, Bella Rose, how is virtual reality for you, VR? I've done a little bit. One of my colleagues at work had a VR one in his office. And so I got to play on his, and it was great. I did almost hit him though. So, and I almost took out a picture on his wall because I have no aim. Oh no, it gives you the spins. That's horrible. I'm surprised. I didn't play it very long. I don't know that I could. I have a feeling that it's sort of like the treadmill for me. When I would get off of it, I'm betting that that's when I get sick. I could be wrong, but I'm probably not. So it would be more the refocusing. I can do the people movers at the airport where you can walk and you can walk and it's moving and you're walking. So you're walking really fast. When I get off of them, I have to really focus so that I don't end up on my butt. Or Station Boo says, I don't have that issue. I can do all those things with no issues. You lucky girl. Oh, you're a roller coaster junkie. Oh my gosh. So great memory about my dad, since I shared that my mom loved angels. Mom and dad, we would go stay in Daytona Beach. That was always our vacation spot as I was a kid growing up. Ivanhoe Hotel, which I have actually figured out where it is. It's been renamed and it's still there. And Shane actually also used to go to Daytona, and we've gone together, and that's been really beautiful. But we would always drive over to Orlando for the day. My dad would take me to Walt Disney World, and I was only child. And my dad was magic. We ate in the castle one time. We were there when I was 6. If I was even 6, I might have been 5. I didn't even know you could do that. But somehow when we got there, he booked it. I don't know. It was wonderful. But I remember when I got a little bit older and we were there and he was looking at Space Mountain and I was a scaredy cat and I wouldn't get on it with him. And he was I didn't realize it till I was adult that, Dad was disappointed because he wanted a reason to go ride on it. Belarus can't do roller coasters. I can't do roller coasters, but not because of that, but because of my neck. I did the Mindbender, I think is what it is, at Six Flags Atlanta. It does loopy-loops. And let's just say that was not a fun experience. So that ended my roller coasterness. My husband does do some, but his back is equally as not great. Let's see. Catching up. Oh my gosh. Her Station Boo, her papa was one of the electricians who built Disney. Well, as you can tell, we love Disney in this household. I was very lucky. I married my husband also loves Disney. It brings us lots of joy. I have so many memories as a child. I learned how to read maps because of going to Disney World. My dad would literally hand me the map and go, where do you want to go? And then I'd have to figure it out. I've also never done the teacups for fear of puking my guts out. That wasn't going to happen. But I had a great time with them. But that's how I learned how to read maps. So I read street maps really good. Driving maps I have to take a look at. I do love my GPS. But in Ireland, we were on a GPS the last time we were there. And I got so freaking aggravated. I pulled over and bought one of their maps that they have. They have really, really well documented maps. And I was like, nope, I'm done with this crap. Give me one of their maps, survey maps that they have. So obviously a lot coming up. Thank you all for liking The Office and joining me tonight. I really do appreciate it. It's been a long time coming, in the words of Taylor Swift. I can tell you that if you start this process, my heart is with you, because there's just so much that we attach to things that remind us of people. And a lot of times we find projects like my writing was the thing that broke me when I found it. And so many times I've gotten to a certain point and I get hung up and I can't get past it. And so my goal for the rest of the year really is to get past the places that trip me. And so one of them was actually tonight, was getting on this stream and doing this, because the last couple of weeks I just haven't been able to. I didn't have the mental space for it and didn't have the energy. And I just needed to get this done so I could try to focus more. And that really is the thing I want to do. I really want more peace in my life. I think a lot of us need that. I think life outside of this house is so crazy and unbelievable in so many ways that having a place of peace is so important. And that's what Shane and I try to make our house. So I'm going to keep working on that. But the biggest thing I've got to figure out, I'm 57 and I'm still figuring it out, is how to finish. I've got to finish a book. That is the thing. And when I work with other people, I finish easily because I'm a great collaborator. If somebody is, I'm relying on, somebody's relying on me to do the thing, I'm going to do the thing always. That's why I'm a great teacher. I think that was not humble, but I have trophies. So that kind of says I'm pretty good, but it's because people rely on me. But when it's just me and my stuff and stuff that's important to me, it's hard because it doesn't have that somebody that I'm doing it for. And so my that's really my thing, is to really try to do the things that are important to me. So this office was really the first step on that. And then the second step was getting back on the stream and doing the show and getting back into the groove, because it's really easy when there's nobody here for me to that's meeting me online. I mean, Kaz meets me online, but with Charles, he's like, okay, he's here, let's go. In terms of I'm hosting the show with him. So that was my commitment. And so to make a commitment to myself, and Kaz has just been the best cheerleader. So again, I want to thank her so much. We body double. So Earth Station Boo is saying they body double all the time in Discord. I need to do that. So let me know, because if you guys don't know what that is, it's sort of like when you're joining up to work together and share space, but you're not like, it can be virtual space or real space. And you share that time to work and encourage each other to do that. And I have done that before and I really, really like it. And I would love to do that even more, because there's a cozy fantasy that needs to be finished. It just does. It's the right time. I know what I'm doing nowadays. Well, no, I don't have a clue, but I have friends who do, and I'll be talking to them. But so yeah, that's my thing for the rest of the year, is to continue to build peace in my life, in my home, and to start doing my work. Oh, I would love that. I would love that. All of you, I want to just let's set up appointments so we can body double together. Yes. Groove needs to get on his music writing grind. I need to get on my book writing grind. Oh my gosh. I got a book with cats. And y'all know how I feel about cats. Someday, Leia's going to make an appearance on the show. I don't know when, but it's going to happen. And I can even put down this arm and maybe she'll sit on it. I'm delusional, but we'll keep going. So anyway, that's what's coming up. Please let me know if you want to come on the show. I would love to have you. And we're going to be focused Dragon Con from here on. And let's set up some of these body doubling times, because I could use the company and the reason to do so, because collaboration is really what makes this show work. So I just want to say thank you all for being here. Yes, let's manifest it. You know, I love Travis Kelce, because if ever there was somebody who spoke it into existence, that man sure did. And it's true. I think there's so much to be said for that what you think and what you say is what you get. And it's a big part of why I do FinChap, because every day it has an affirmation, which I've already done. So I can't even share the affirmation from today, but it'll be little things like, I believe in myself, and things that we need to say. And my husband and I share a task, which is just to look into the mirror and say, I can do this. I can do this. I did it tonight. I'll do it 2 weeks from now. And I love all of you. And thank you for being here. Thanks for seeing the new office. We're going to get some topics up and ready. We're going to start talking about Dragon Con. And again, thanks, Charles, for letting me use the stream. Kaz, I love you. I am so grateful. I have to say something real quick. I am so grateful for the digital media track at Dragon Con, because it reconnected my husband and Scott, who's now one of my friends. It's one of the reasons I know Earth Station Boo. And oh my God, I loved being on panels with you last year. And she introduced me to Bella Rose. It's also how I met a lot of other people. My brain just died on me. Geek Life, that's how I met you. So and Devo and Kaz, it's just been the gift that keeps on giving. And anyway, there you are, the geek girl. I knew you were there someplace. And I love you guys back too. You guys are so wonderful. So thank you so much. And we'll be back in 2 weeks talking about Dragon Con and all the fun. Hopefully, I'll be able to tell you what the Be Awesome Together live at Dragon Con will be. I'm super excited. I've asked somebody to join me who I love, who I've been on panels with before. She is awesome. She has not said yes yet. So I'm not going to put it out there, but let's hope so. And I can't wait to chat with all of you. So anyway, I love you, and I hope you all have an awesome night. And this is when I try to remember, how do I get out of here? Because I don't remember. So see you guys in 2 weeks. Love you. Bye.